Hello, welcome to Arkham Reactor. We're back again, and this week it's this episode it's my pick. It's my pick, and I was going to hold off on this one, but you know what? I'm just unleashing it. It's a band called Alien Weaponry from New Zealand. Very, very popular band and song, this one, because it kind of represents everything that the band is about, which is the kind of Maori heritage that they all have in the band. They're all from Maori descent.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the members are brothers. You have the drummer and the guitarist, who are brothers, and then the bass player that is in this video has actually sadly had to leave the band. Another one. He had to leave the band, because things were getting a bit full on for him, and he has his own life, family life and whatnot. So very, very amicable split though from the band. I was watching the vlogs, and the bass player was there to actually welcome the new guy in and show him the ropes, so to speak, which I thought was bloody cool.
Kind of the same situation as Nightwish.
I hope
the drummer Duka was there to welcome, obviously, the drummer Kai in after Duka had left.
Mm-hmm.
Same situation. If that is what bands do, then that's more fantastic. It kind of helps them, in a way, kind of get to the gist of what was done previous, how to kind of tackle that, and then how to perform that, say, going forward. So obviously the musicians can learn it.
Yep.
It just gives it a little bit more of a push forward and a little bit more progress if obviously the previous member was there.
Yeah. And I think it makes them look better, publicly as well. It's, it shows that kind of brotherhood and the camaraderie in a band, by going, welcome to the team. Thanks for taking up the reins, so to speak. It's a nice touch. Anyway, I'm going to go right into this because there's an intro at the beginning of this video that explains roughly what the song's covering.
Okay.
And it's quite dark, and it is a lot of it is in fact, I think, all of this one actually is in the Maori language, so pretty sure there's subtitles though. Anywho, this is Kai Tangata. Go.
Napalm Records, can't say.
There you go. So it's about the Christianization of the island. And the kind of rebellion, the idea of the rebellion against it, and why there was a rebellion. So, right away, I'm just pausing because just to kind of roughly go over. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
That's dirty already.
proper thrash.
Let's hear off the crash symbol right away. Interest. Oh,
Shiver again. Love it. Was it there?
It's a very, I would, very interesting switch. Obviously, you've got
Yep.
the kind. I don't know how to describe it. It's, and then you go into like kind of harmony. The harmony is very, very, very well put together.
As I mean, it kind of makes you think that it's going to be just your kind of run of the mill thrash, old school thrash. You know, the vocals are just pretty. They're almost spoken. You know, but I think it has more kind of power because obviously he's singing in the Maori language, so it's already got a lot of power. You know, because that language is just beautiful. You know, all of those kind of. And then you've got the video showing the brutality of the, you know, the two factions of the Maoris coming together again and having it out for their heritage. You know, so it's a really, really powerful song. And I think the whole point about it is it's about I remember like reading about it. This was months and months and months ago, and it's something to do with cannibalism as well. Whether it's, you know, the whole eating the enemies or the fallen or something like that, or eating the beaten. You know, the victor gets to eat the other guy kind of thing. You know, I don't know if it's something like that, but there was cannibalism involved anyway.
I don't
so
know.
It's a brutal song.
Yeah. But also thinking back to like as you've just mentioned the cannibalism, thinking back to the Merchant of Venice. It's
The pound of
obviously
flesh.
the pound of flesh. That's exactly where I
Yep.
was going along the lines of that. Reading that was I think I was about 12 or 13, just going to do a year after done exams, and I was just thinking that is pretty brutal.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that relates anyway, but it's just what came to mind first.
it kind of made you think about that. It is kind of, you know, it's like, this is my way of getting my pound of flesh. I'll take it from you and I'll eat it.
Ah,
But yeah, it's a beautiful. Again, this is ironic because it's a brutal song, but it is beautifully performed. You know, um,
Ham's a lot with the kind of brutal songs as well. They're
yeah.
always usually
I
kind
could
of
have picked
done.
I could have picked the live version because there's a live version they done in New Zealand,
Hmm.
and it's just as epic, and they actually get for this section that's about to come up. They've
Hmm.
actually got a whole Maori tribe singing it on stage with them, and
Cool.
it's epic. But I thought I'll go with the video because the video, the visuals, and then you get the story at the beginning. It all helps you kind of get into the mindset of what the song's about. So, but anyway, shall we?
We shall indeed.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. That
Oh
bend,
yeah.
subtle but beautiful. Can you imagine whole Maori tribe up on stage doing this? Just going to pause there before it goes into that massively epic chorus again. So do you see what I mean? Like, imagine a whole fucking tribe of these guys just doing that whole section and
Ah,
being at that gig, seeing this performed live. Ooh,
damn.
ooh.
Pretty breath. That'd be fucking epic and breathtaking at the same time.
Yeah. And the thing that, see when all of this fucking pandemic shit is over and done with, see when these guys come over to Britain, I cannot bloody wait. I will be going to see these guys when they play live. Because, like I said, I've seen them in, like on YouTube live, so I know that they're
Hmm.
solid performers live as
Yeah.
well. Seen them at different venues, on YouTube, and they're always just as good every time. And the thing you need to remember as well is these guys, see when this was recorded, they weren't long out of high school.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That that kind of caliber performance at that age, what are these guys going to be like in 10 years' time? What kind of stuff are they going to be doing if they're producing epic stuff like this
Ah,
at
yeah.
that age? It's like, what? And this is just one of the tunes. I mean, they've got loads of epic tunes, but this is obviously their most well known one,
Hmm.
for obvious reasons. But yeah, they're doing their heritage well proud. So
Exactly.
spot on, boyos. Anyway, will we finish it off?
Yeah, we shall.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Just fucking epic. Epic.
It's just anyway. That's one that we might do. That's one we might do in the future. So, and that's a different band altogether. So I'll just pause that right there.
There's a lot of a lot of different I would say sections in a song. It might be a wrong way to put it, but you've obviously got the kind of the not so singing kind of chanting it in a way.
Yeah,
And
the kind of more ritualistic part, and then you've got the I don't know what you'd call the chorus. The chorus is weird. See, I don't know. Like I said, if the writing process was, we'll have this bit in the verse, which is like this is us, this is the heritage, the religion, the Maori religion, and then the chorus representing that opposite, the opposite section of the tribe that's against them. So I don't know, but to me, the chorus sounds almost choral, almost like a choir. It's got that multi-layered harmony kind of thing going on.
But if as you've just said, if they were on sort of fucking kind of around about out of high school, kind of around about what you would consider just kind of around about my age as well, then it's phenomenal for so young. Just makes you kind of wonder. 10, 15 years time, obviously bands do progress. Like say for instance, big band that's progressed, Trivium for example. They had kind of schoolboy stuff at the start. Now they're more mature.
Yeah.
This to me almost seems that they've just came out of school and they're just already hit that kind of maturity kind of bit.
Yeah. And again, this might be down to the record label having that kind of trust in the band. Because if a band that young comes to a record label, or the record label picks them up, and the band being that young turns to them and says, "We want to do a lot of songs in our own language. We want to be all about boosting the profile of the Maori religion and heritage," and that's a hell of a thing for somebody of that age. So for the record label to have faith in them that much shows you how much talent they have.
Napalm Records are usually good for that as well. A lot of bands usually sign with Napalm because they're usually quite good, or they usually go to say another one such as Nuclear. What they called, Nuclear Blast?
Nuclear Blast, yeah.
A lot of them are kind of signing for the bigger ones, and then some go to, and other ones will go to like Warner Brothers if they're more kind of established. Say for example, big band Disturbed with, I think they're with. I'm pretty sure they're with Warner Brothers.
I couldn't even tell you.
So it just depends on who the record label is compared to what the band actually has all the freedom to do. Seems like Nuclear Blast is giving it, not Nuclear Blast, Napalm is giving them the freedom just to do.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
And I hope they stay where they are. I'm pretty sure they did actually switch recently. Don't quote me on that, but I think they actually did switch labels recently. But so long as they have that kind of same production value, and if they have actually switched this, so long as the record company understands, you need to leave these guys alone. Just trust them, let them go and do whatever the hell they want, and you will get top quality fucking shit like that. Because that's what they're good at. Don't try and force them to be something else, because that's the beauty of this band, is they've been untouched. Since they were established, they've had that ability and the freedom to do what they like, and they've chosen to kind of bring their heritage to the forefront, and that's their identity. So if some other label's going to tell them, right, lads, we want more mainstream stuff now, you're stripping away the identity of the band altogether.
Yeah, and that happens to a lot of bands as well.
Yeah.
Most record if they're dedicated to, let's say, that like record label and there's no way to get out, because sometimes that's the case, then that's kind of what they need to do.
Mhm.
As I wouldn't say it's particularly fair at all. I think it's one of the reasons why many bands rather just go under, or they ended up just getting a lot of hate, is because it's the record labels that are directing them to, you have to do something a little bit more mainstream,
Yeah.
which is shit.
I mean, fair enough if you start off mainstream and then you kind of branch out and do something different. That's a different kettle of fish. But if you start out doing this kind of stuff and then you go mainstream, it
Yeah,
seems like you're taking a bit of a U-turn, you know?
exactly. Because if you're staying true to yourself through the whole journey, your fans are going to stay away. But if you
Hmm.
kind of start to go a bit more mainstream, then they're just going to go, bye, you're going to find something more original.
Yeah. And for yourself and anybody that's watching this right now, um, go watch there's a full live gig of them perform. When they do this song all the time.
Mm.
Just see if I can actually find it here. I'm just gonna Google as I'm live, but you don't see this
This is my
live
editing
in
skills.
live at the Auckland Town Hall. So if you were to
Auckland.
go and watch that, um, you'll see what I mean, because the whole crowd, with it being back in New Zealand, as soon as they do this song, that crowd go mental. So can you imagine those type of fans if they were to take a U-turn and suddenly went mainstream? Ooh.
A bit of hell. Yeah, there'd be
Anyway,
hell to pay.
yeah, there would be. So anyway, that was Alien Weaponry with Kai Tangata. And yes, I did practice saying that quite a few times, along with learning at least some of the lyrics, because it's very complex when you're a Scotsman. We have a
You can
hard
barely
time
understand.
enough trying to enunciate our own words in our own language, in our own accent, never mind having to learn another language.
Mm-hmm. True.
But e mahinga mahinga tu mo tauenga.
Very well done.
Anyway, that's us for my choice. Your turn next, sir.
Popular request, Love Bites. Very popular request, actually. Good for you. So,
Okay.
don't know nothing about them. I just know
Neither
that they
do I.
originate out of Japan, I believe,
Ah,
and
Japan.
they're all. I think it's a all female band. So,
Ohio gozaimasu.
Konnichiwa. That's all I know.
Genki desu ka?
Right now, we're going to my level now. I can barely understand English.
All right. We'll finish with this. Sono doragu watashi no de wa arimasen. And all the Japanese right now who are watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. Bye.